Rusty, and welcome back to another RostyMaths video. I'm so happy that you're back here, back to our year 7 number composite. As you can see, we've got a lot done already. So at the end of this video, there is a playlist where you can see everything we have done and in the order that they've been done. Today though, we're going to go into some powers and roots. And in this one, we're going to first of all focus on cube numbers and cube roots. Okay, so that's going to be our first thing that we focus on. I don't want that to be confused at all with triangular numbers because it could be easily confused. Some people do confuse it. So if you haven't seen my video on triangular numbers, click on the pop-out banner up here. Go and watch that video, really cool video on triangular numbers. But for now, let's go into powers and roots, cubes and cube roots. Before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you will know as soon as a new video has landed. Okay, so we're going to start with a blank slate here. Now, I already did a video on square numbers. Please check that video out on the pop-out banner up here on square numbers, okay? Now we're going to deal with cube numbers. Now when I say cubed, what I actually mean is the number has a power of 3. So in maths, if something has a power of 3, we say it's cubed because it means that it's been multiplied by itself 3 times. And just like that, I've just put down that the number 1 is a cube number, okay? Now, I'm going to write out the first few cube numbers. I won't go too far, just probably up to the number 5. So 2 cubed means 2 times 2 times 2, which will be 8. It's not 6, okay? Lots of people have this misconception that I just multiply the power by that number and then I get 6 and you think that that's it. Or some people, even though they wrote it out like this, they would just go 2, 4, 6. You only do that when you are adding. This is multiplying. So you say 2 times 2, that's 4. Keep that answer in your head and times that by 2 to give you 8. Okay? The next cube number, so 3 cubed means 3 times 3 times 3. That's going to be 27 because 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3, that's going to give us 27 there. And then we're going to do 4 cubed, which is going to be 4 times 4 times 4, which is going to be 64. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Okay, let's do one more. So we're going to do 5 cubed, which is 5 times 5 times 5, which is going to be 125. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. Okay, that's fantastic. So those are my first 5 cube numbers, okay? You can carry on, obviously. Try and see if you can figure out the first 10 cube numbers. Can you work out what 6 cube is, 7, 8, 9, and so on? Get it up to 10 cube. But I only need this to do what I need to do today. So that's the cube numbers done. Now, let's talk a little bit about cube root now. It's really important. So in my video on square roots, you can link to it in the pop-out banner up here right now. You can just click on that and it'll take you straight there. I showed you that once you know your square numbers, when you square root that number, you will get its squared factor. In this video, a cube root looks like this. So it looks like a square root is normal, but it's got a little 3 there. This is not the same as 3 and a big root like that. That means 3 times the square root, okay? We don't want that. So when you go to write your cube root, please be very careful. Put it as a little, put it as a little number just there, not a massive 3. But that's a cube root. Now, if you haven't guessed it, a cube root will undo a cubed number. It will bring you back to, wait for it, its cubed factor. And that's because this is a factor of 8. It's been cubed, so that's the cubed factor of 8. This is a factor of 27. It's been cubed, so 3 is the cubed factor of 27. If I caught you off guard with that word factor, check my video on the pop-out banner up here, all about factors. Really important that you check that one out. Okay, so anyway, I digress. Let's get back into it. So what happens if I find the cube root of 8? Well, I already know that 2 cubed gives me 8. So 2 is the cubed factor of 8. It's the number that multiplied by itself 3 times to give me 8. So the answer to that is just going to be 2. Done. That's it. No thinking, no faffing about, no grabbing a calculator. That's it. It's done. So if you know your cube numbers, you're going to be smashing this out the park. All right, let's go for another one. What happens if I find the cube root of 27? Well, have you guessed it yet? It's going to be 3, because the cubed factor of 27 is 3. And finally, if I want the cube root of 125, then that's going to be 5, because the cubed factor of 125 is 5. And to finish off the video today, what if I want the cube root of 100? Well, no, it's not a cube number. Okay, so that's going to be what we call in maths potentially an irrational number. So you find the cube root of 100, you're going to get a whole bunch of stuff going on. So and that's basically it. So this is a no-go right now. I'm not ready for that yet. Just for now, it's a no-go. And that brings us to the end of this really short video on powers and roots with cube numbers. So cube numbers and cube roots, okay? Don't be afraid of the cube roots. They're really not that bad. Quite friendly, to be fair, and you'll be okay. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so you will know the minute a new video has come on live. But until I see you on the next one,